frog in my throat.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be in South Florida and not looking forward to the cold because I think your blood get used to this warmth very, very quickly. But anyway, grateful to be here and then grateful to see my family when I go back. And of course, that's the subject of today's class. So welcome to breathe, move, and meditate and come into gratitude. So as I've mentioned before, the teacher, the Yogi Raj that I study with is Alan Finger. And one of the things that Alan says, he says this really as a matter of fact, is that each one of us was put on this earth for the specific purpose of evolution, that everything that happens is for the purpose of evolution. And so, of course, he acknowledges that COVID, we still have the after effects of COVID, the turmoil that we have economically and politically in the world, including the Ukraine war. It's all very traumatic and painful. But he would still put it all in this context of evolution. And he would say that not only is the planet going through this evolutionary process, but that each one of us has our own little part in the process. So according to this philosophy, we were all born with karma. And the purpose of being here in keeping with the evolutionary process is to work through that karma. But how we work through it, how we conduct our lives, that's entirely up to us. So we can move through our karma gracefully, and therefore we'll lead a very happy and a very peaceful life. Or we can move through it kind of kicking and screaming and blaming and resenting everyone, resenting everything, in which case we make life really difficult for ourselves. So if we decide, and it is an individual decision, if you choose to move through life gracefully, there's no better way to work through it than by putting gratitude into our lives. So November usually kicks off the holiday season with high expectations, lots of fun, lots of festivity. And of course, this year there still is a lot of anxiety about so many things. But feeling grateful, offering gratitude can help offset all of this. There's nothing that's more life-changing. It's like a secret key that just shifts your awareness and changes our approach to other people and to the world around us. And the thing about gratitude is that it always comes right back to you. It's like a boomerang, and then it gives you more things to be grateful for. So just think about one thing you're truly grateful for. It could be as simple as your morning cup of coffee, or just anything at all. And you may notice that just doing this, just feeling that gratefulness for that small thing awakens a little potential within you. It just awakens cells that may not have been involved in that kind of thinking before. So there's this huge mind-body connection when we practice gratitude, because these grateful thoughts, they don't just stay in your mind. They're transmitted to the body's trillions of cells, and therefore they create new pathways and new brain patterns. So when we practice gratitude, our entire mind-body system automatically orients towards greater health and balance. It also has a power to change relationships. So instead of lamenting that he or she always leaves the dishes in the sink, just being grateful that you have a partner or a friend to leave dishes in the sink. Just practicing being grateful expands the heart. And then that has the effect of being able to just let go of grievances and resentments, because you can't really be grateful and judgmental at the same time. So in our breath practice this morning, we're going to focus on gratitude. And by doing that, again, you might notice a change in emotions, maybe a release of stress, maybe a sense of freedom. So let's just start by, as always, by finding a comfortable seat. And I always find a comfortable seat by just kind of wiggling around a little bit. And then just placing the feet flat on the floor, just parallel to each other. And just put equal weight on the big toe mound, that mound behind that big toe, the little toe mound, and the center of the heel. And then just soften the toes by lifting them up and gently placing them down. And as you press down into the sit bones or your two cheeks, we could say, just lift the belly in and up, and then just relax the shoulders down and just close the eyes. And for a moment, just notice the sounds that are in your apartment or in your home. Just listen for the sounds. And just going from sound to sound without lingering on any one sound, just noticing. And then begin to notice the sounds within your body. Maybe the sound of your heartbeat. Maybe the sound of the little whispers that your mind continues to make. Maybe the sound of the blood running through your veins. And then just focus on the sound of your breath. And notice the quality of the breath. Notice if it's smooth or if it's choppy. Notice the length of the inhale and the length of the exhale. And then just notice which one is longer, the inhale or the exhale. And see if you can lengthen whichever one is shorter. So if your inhale is a count of 4, make your exhale that same count of 4. Inhaling fully and completely all the way to the top corners of the chest. And as you exhale, keep the spine long and tall, but allow the body to relax by relaxing the shoulders, and then draw the belly in and back at the end of the exhale. With each inhale, breathe in fully. And with each exhale, think of someone outside of yourself, how important they are to you. And just connect with them through gratitude. You may even find that you begin to smile. Setting your intention to appreciate every breath and every exhale of gratitude. A few more breaths on your own. And pause at the top of the inhale and exhaling fully. And after your next exhale, no rush, placing the palms together right at the heart center, and bowing the chin to the hands. Affirmation: I am happy and grateful for everything I have and receive daily. I constantly remind myself to enjoy all the good I have in my life right now. And slowly lifting the chin and cracking the eyes open. So we're going to move now to our asana or movement practice, and just remembering that it's easy to get disappointed to what you may see as your shortcomings when you practice asana. Maybe you're not as flexible as you would like to be or as you used to be, or maybe not as strong, or maybe you have an injury that's inhibiting movement. So just making a commitment to just use this practice to observe and just be grateful for the amazing things that you can do instead. And when you feel your face getting tight, when the pose seems to be difficult, just kind of take stock and decide to smile instead. So I'm going to move back so that you can see me more clearly and see my body. Chair. A little bit lower. Let's just start by separating the feet and separating the feet so that they're just a little bit more than hip distance apart. And again, look down and make sure that your heels are behind the widest part of your foot and adjust them. So we're going to start off with a forward fold just to kind of open up the hips. So just placing our hands first on our thighs. See if you can kind of lift up, like really zipping up as if you were zipping something really tight on your body. And then from there, relaxing the shoulders, begin to hinge forward right from the hips if you can, rather than from the belly. So just beginning to hinge forward just a little bit, placing the hands down, moving forward, close the eyes even, and inhale. And as you exhale, you can just move a little bit more forward. Inhaling. And maybe even sliding the hands down the shins, and you can begin to round the spine and just dangling down. And once you get as low as is comfortable for you, and that may be kind of right in your lap, you can just move the head from side to side. If your crown is facing down, let anything that you're thinking about, anything negative, just pour right out through the top of your head. And wag the jaw from side to side, separating the back teeth and softening the tongue. And then slowly you can tuck the chin under and just begin to walk the hands all the way back up past the knees to come back into a seated position, but the chin and the shoulders and the head comes up last. Taking the breath. And then widening the feet and placing the feet so that they're facing out. And I'm more on the front of my chair. It's much easier to do the asanas if you're in the front of the chair. And inhaling here. And as you exhale, just turn the head over to the right. Back to center on the exhale. Inhaling here. And turn the head over to the left. Another inhale. And come back to center. Inhaling here and exhale, just dropping the ear over to the right. Inhale, come back to center and drop the ear over to the left. Inhale, come back to center, dropping the chin down, bringing the ear over to the right. Lift the chin, lift your gaze to the sky. And bring the ear over to the left. And again, dropping the chin, bringing the ear over to the right. Lift the chin, gazing up, and bringing the ear to the left. Back to center. Again, inhaling, we'll do another forward fold, and this time you have a little bit more room to come down. Inhale, zipping all the way up to get all of that length in the spine. And as you exhale, hinging from the hips. And if you can keep your spine straight for as long as you can, and then just allow it finally to come down, and then you can finally round. Again, letting the head go, shaking it yes, nodding no. Once again, you can wag the jaw from side to side and soften the tongue. Take a full breath in and exhale by opening up the mouth, and one more time like that. Inhaling fully. And then slowly walking the hands all the way back up, coming to an upright position, bringing the feet together by placing the hands underneath the thighs. And we'll just work out the spine so that we have more flexibility in our spine and more movement. So bringing the hands right onto your knees, bringing the shoulders up and back, and just sliding them down so that you feel a slight lift in the sternum. And on an inhale, pull on the knees and come forward, arching, 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 lifting the sternum, lifting the chin, gazing up. And on the exhale, the opposite. You want to draw the belly to the back of the spine, rounding, and you can straighten the arms to really round, holding onto the knees, creating space in the vertebra. And again, inhale and arching, lifting up. The spine goes towards the front body, presses in. And as we exhale, we exaggerate. The spine goes to the back body, and we lengthen the spine by separating the vertebrae. One more time like that. Inhale and arching, lift, 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 shoulders back, sternum lifts through shoulders, and exhale. All the way back, belly to the back of the spine. Coming back to center. Bring the arms out and clasping the hands. And bring those clasped hands over the head if that's available to you. We'll do what I always call the angel arms. We'll just kind of circle the head like the halo of an angel with the arms. And again, any version of this that you do, you can do it right in front of you. It's a beautiful way to do it. But just circling, and then maybe even engaging the body so that the body begins to just move and flow with the arms. But again, any movement that you make is going to open up and relax the body and create space. And coming back to center. And now we'll just change and go the other way. So just begin, and this is a little awkward, and begin the other way. I'm finding it awkward myself. That's it. You kind of got to play with it. It's awkward to do the opposite of what you're used to, but it's very, very good for the mind. And then once you circle a few times the opposite way, then just begin again to engage the body, just letting it flow. Breathing easily, any movement works. And coming back to center, just pausing for a moment. And again, if you haven't come to the front of your sit bone, the front of the chair, do that now. Separate the feet, and we'll do our sun salutations. And if you've been with me for a long time, you know how to do it, or else just follow along, probably with the second one. So bringing the arms out, palms are facing forward. Inhale and bring the palms all the way up. Gaze up and press the palms together right at the tippy top. And then turn the palms out as you exhale. Come into that forward fold that we've been preparing for. Inhale, place the hands on the shins, halfway lifted. You gaze up and lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold to your very fullest. Press down to the feet, turn the palms out again, using your core strength to come all the way up. Gaze up, press the palms together, and draw the hands down the midline of the body. Close the eyes, taking a full breath in and a full breath out. And again, Inhaling the arm down around and all the way up. Press the palms together at the top. And as you exhale, turn the palms out, swan diving all the way down. Let the head go. Inhale, halfway lift. This is called Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, forward fold. This is called Uttanasana. Press down through the feet, bring the palms out and all the way up. Called Urdhva Hastasana, gaze up. Draw the hands down the midline of the body. Tadasana. Closing the eyes. Full breath in and full breath out. Last one. Inhaling the arm down around and all the way up. Seal the palms together. And exhale, circling the arms around and all the way down. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bring the palms out all the way around and up, using your core, pressing down to the feet, Urdhva Hastasana. And draw the hands down the midline of the body, Tadasana. Just close the eyes, place the hands down on your thighs just for a moment, just feeling the effects of that practice. And then bringing the arms down again, we'll go into some twists to get the movement in the body and assist the digestive system as we inhale and come all the way up. And exhale and just twisting over to the right. So your left hand comes outside of the right thigh. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, twisting to the left. Again, inhale, arms up to the extent that you can. And exhale, twisting. Keep your sit bones where they are and just twist right from above the navel. Inhale, coming all the way up. And again, exhale, sit bones stay static. On this next one, we'll hold. So we'll come all the way up on the inhale. And then exhale, holding on this twist over to the right and placing your left hand on the outside of that right thigh. You can use that as leverage to just twist around the axis of the spine. Remember that you're twisting from above the navel. Sit bones are planted firmly. And your gaze can be anywhere. You can look forward or you can look back a little bit, but don't engage the neck too much. Breathing out. And then inhale, bringing the arms all the way up. And of course, we will twist on the other side. Coming to the other side again, we can notice which one is tighter. Using this time the right hand is leveraged to twist around the axis of the spine. Relax the shoulders. The shoulder blades are wide, the collarbones are wide. The spine is straight and tall from crown to base. Back to center. Bringing the arms out nice and wide, palms facing forward. And as you exhale, clasp the hands and round like we did before in that cat-cow position. Round, stretch the arms out. Round, you can draw the shoulders forward, draw the belly to the back of the spine. And again, inhale, arching, lift the sternum. And exhale, rounding, clasping the hands, drawing them out, using the arms to get that rounding even more, widening the back body. Inhale, coming all the way forward, sternum reaches in between the shoulders, and exhale. Come back to center, flip the palms around, and then raise the arms all the way up. And if this is a challenge, don't raise them up, just leave them where they are. But otherwise, keep the palms lift up, squeeze the outer arms in, Notice that the shoulders are still away from the ears. I'm not hiking the shoulders up. And then place the backs of the palms, and you can place the fronts of the palms. If the back is just a little bit too much, then just place the palms flat down on the back, if that's available to you. And pausing here. So you want to engage the belly in and up. Your feet are firmly planted to give you that stability. The breath is even and smooth. And then slowly placing that right arm down, lifting the left, and taking a nice side lean over to the left. Bicep by the ear, again, if that's available, or just raise it any amount. And let yourself fall while keeping that left sit bone still firmly planted. It definitely wants to come up. And then slowly bringing the right arm to meet the left and come back again to center. We'll do the other side, the same thing, but we'll lean the other side. So inhale, bringing the arms all the way out and arching again. And exhale, clasping. And this time, move the pinky over one digit to get a different clasp as you press the arms forward and press the belly and the spine away. Inhaling, arching. Feels so good. Opening the heart. And exhale and rounding. One more time. Inhale and arching. Welcoming this beautiful day. Gratitude wherever you are for this beautiful day. And exhale down. Coming back to center. Flipping the palms around. Pressing them forward. And again, if all of this is difficult and it's frustrating, then just put a smile on your face and do what you do and do any movement that works for you that maybe includes a little motion for the shoulder. And then once again, slowly placing the backs of the palms or the fronts of the palms on top of the head. Just gratitude for this wonderful sight that we have all been blessed to be on. And then slowly raising that left arm, placing it down, raising the right, coming all the way over to the left, pressing into that right sit bone. Notice all of the length that you get on that side body. We're opening up the energy channel. Coming back to center. Bringing the arms into cactus arms. And so this is where we get to show a little bit of gratitude for ourselves. Let's just take the left arm and put it underneath the right and give yourself a nice hug. And so in this nice hug, you can really feel gratitude for yourself. I know that's kind of hard to do, but just any little thing. Maybe you showed passion to someone. And they showed gratefulness to you. That provided you with more things to be grateful for. And maybe bringing elbow into elbow and bringing the backs of the palms together or staying right in that hug. Or maybe bringing the fronts of the palms together. And inhale wherever you are, either in the hug or here, lifting the elbows up. And exhale again, drawing the elbows into the belly, rounding. It's so important to work the spine, the flexibility of the spine. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, elbows come right into the belly, rounding and rounding. And you can be here and just lifting. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, round. Coming back back to center, undoing the arms and placing them down onto your thighs, closing the eyes. Something come into mind that you are grateful for. Might be that one thing that you thought about in the beginning, or others may begin to tumble into the mind. And then once again, we'll do it in the other direction, coming into cactus arms, and this time bringing the left underneath the right and coming back into that hug. And as you grab on as much as you can to the back. So the heart has two pathways. In the front of the heart, we give. The back of the heart is where we receive. And so opening the back body by kind of taking the fingers and pulling it apart, but it's kind of hard to receive. So just open this gate or this path. And then slowly again, only if it's available to you, bringing the backs of the palms together and maybe even the front, and lifting the elbows up and exhale and rounding elbows right into the back. Inhale, arching all the way up, and exhale, rounding. Just in this hugging position is just fine. One more time, inhale all the way up and exhale. Placing the hands down, bring your right arm straight out, and we'll circle the arm around 5 times, just circling it around. And again, anything, any size circle that works for you. And just activating, continually activating the synovial fluid in that shoulder girdle, so that we can do things, so that we can reach, we can live our life to the fullest. And bringing the palm, then holding it parallel, turning the palm up, bending at the elbow, and bringing your hand onto your small of the back. But if you can only bring it onto the top of your head, do that. If you can bring it to the small of the back or the neck or anywhere, the lowest where you feel sensation without feeling pain. And then bringing the left arm out, turning the palm up, bending at the elbow, and you can either leave the hand on your head, or you can, if you have a full range, you can just begin to pull the elbow back. It helps if you draw the belly in and up, and if you keep your feet flat and firm on the ground, you stay grounded. So we press down into the earth in order to lift up. Peaceful breath. See if you can do that even count, even inhale and exhale. And slowly releasing that left arm, placing it down, releasing the right, and placing it down. Bring the left arm out. Oh, first we'll do our circles, and just circling the left arm around 5 times. And when you circle the arm around, see if you can circle wherever you are on the circling. See if you can keep your body nice and stable, your sit bones firmly planted. So you're just moving the shoulder girdle. And then bringing the arm out, turn the palm up, bend at the elbow, and again, bring it as far down as you can, but anywhere is good. As you all know, yoga takes you from where you are, not from where you necessarily want to be. And we'll bring the right arm out, turn the palm up, bend at the elbow, and hold on. That's the beauty of yoga. It's very accepting. Wherever you are, as long as you are breathing, and today we're breathing out gratitude. As long as you're breathing, you are doing yoga. People who can stand on their head and do all kinds of flying things in yoga, if they're not breathing, they're only doing acrobatics. And then slowly releasing the arm, releasing the top, bringing the hands right down onto the lap. Just close the eyes for a moment. See where you are. Notice how you feel. But there's no right way to feel. Just noticing. And then just raising the right leg. And just so we have a little bit of movement in the ankles, just moving the ankles around one way as much as you can. We tend to walk better if our ankle joints are open. And then just going around in the other direction. And placing it down. Lifting the left leg up, and again, ankle goes in one direction, twirling it around, keep everything else stable, and moving the ankle around in the other direction. And placing that. We'll come into our final pose before meditation. We always come into an inversion for meditation. It sets the tone. It takes, it inverts the lymph nodes, the fluid in the lymph nodes, and just gets us more into that meditative state. So inhale here and really lift up. You can widen your legs as much as is comfortable for you. Yogi's choice, how wide your feet will be, but inhaling here, and once again, hinging from the hips and coming all the way down. This time, let yourself go as totally and completely as you can. Letting everything pour out through the crown of the head. You can breathe out your mouth. You can move the head from side to side. Wag the jaw, soften the eyes. Just take another couple of breaths here. Letting the head be so heavy that it continues to just traction out the spine and making the spine stronger and more flexible. And then slowly tucking the chin under, beginning to roll up nice and slowly, your chin and your head and your shoulders come up last. And so once again, just kind of wiggling around in your seat and finding that comfortable place. And then coming back to our thoughts of gratitude. And just again, kind of narrowing it down to either 1 to 3 things or events or people that you are truly grateful for. So the natural energy of gratitude is awakened when we open our hearts, which we've done through the movement practice. So when we're tired or upset or stressed, then our heart is closed, and then you're not able to feel or express real gratitude. So this meditation is about opening the heart. And we're going to start with a swaying motion that we've done before to balance the left and right sides of the brain, and to balance the flow of breath in the nostrils and the flow of breath in the lungs. and to bring us into that central energy channel, which is called Sushumna. We're then going to use a Hamsa Kriya, or breath, that I'll lead you through. Hum is transformation, and Sa is inspiration. And we'll then open the heart using a mantra, Sat, which is truth, and Yam, which is a sound that balances and opens the heart chakra. So these mantras kind of help us to just clean out toxic thoughts. They just kind of go away. And we're also going to use a mudra, which is a hand gesture. And the mudra we're going to use is called Ahankara Mudra. So Ahankara Mudra, you press the thumb and index finger of the right hand. I'm not mirroring you here. You press the thumb and index finger together of the right hand as if you were pinching a small piece of paper. And then you put that point right at the heart center, right in the center of the chest. We'll be pressing it right there. So the thumb and index finger pressing right there. Okay. And then I'll take it from there. Okay. We'll take it from there and we'll be imagining a point of light right at the heart center, which is called the Jiva Atman, but we'll get there. Okay. We will start by the swaying, as I mentioned before. And this is a gentle swaying from right to left. So just start by closing the eyes again. Maybe a little more wiggle, maybe not, maybe you're all wiggled out. And inhale here, closing the eyes, and exhale, just lean over to the right. Come back to center and lean to the left. Come back to center and lean to the right. Come back to center and lean to the left. Back to center, and this time when you lean, imagining a golden light on your right. As you come back to center and lean to the left, imagining that golden light beginning to turn dark blue. Move back to center. The blue begins to turn to gold as you move over to the right. The gold begins to move towards dark blue as you move to the left. Coming back to center. Imagining the golden light as you move to the right. Coming back to center. Imagining it turn to darkness as you move to the left. And doing just a couple on your own. And then just like a metronome begins to slow down. You can feel your sway getting just a little bit softer, not quite as far. Doing anything abruptly, just very gradually, leaning a little bit less, and a little bit less. And closing the eyes, noticing the effects of that practice. Now see if you can find the center line from crown to base, which is called the Sushumna, or the central energy channel. And just bringing your awareness to the base of the spine, and maybe imagining a small light or an energy, and just drawing that light all the way up the spine. Pause and drawing that light down the spine. as you draw the light up any amount using the mantra Sa. As you draw the light down using the mantra Hum. Sa on the inhale. And hum on the exhale. Sa. Hum. Sa. Hum. Sa. Drawing the light all the way up. But this time at the hum, just leave the light right into the heart center. Right in the center of the chest. And pressing the thumb and index finger together, Ahankara Mudra, just press that right in the center of the chest and turn the left palm up on your lap, thumb and index finger to touch. And right at that point where you are pressing into the heart center, imagine a pinpoint of light. And on the inhale, expand that pinpoint of light out to the sides of the rib cage. And on the exhale, draw that light back to that point, right to that point in the center of the chest. Inhale, expand the light out towards the rib cage. And exhale, draw that point of light back to the center, leaving a glow behind. And again, inhale, drawing that light out towards the rib cage, Sat. And drawing that point of light back to center, Yam, leaving a glow behind. Sat on the inhale. Yam on the exhale. And now as you sat, as you breathe in, feel that point of light expanding and filling up more and more of the body, Sat. And Yam, just draw that pinpoint back, but leave all of the glow in your body. Inhale, and as you expand the light, Sat, feel it filling your body with light in each and every cell. And Yam, draw it back to center. You place the hand down, remembering that point. And again, Sat, this time maybe going past your body, feeling the light surrounding you. And Yam, come back to that point. Sat, body's filled with light, you're surrounded by light. And Yam, bring that point back to center. And now staying in the center, just thinking of one of the things that you are grateful for. And just place that right in the center of the chest, right where that pinpoint of light is. And on an inhale, Sat, you'll draw that all the way up to the top of the head on an inhale. And exhale, just let it float out to the universe to manifest. Sat from the heart center all the way up to the top crown. And Yam, let that event, person, whatever is the focus of your gratitude, just go out through the top of the head to the universe from whence it came. You can change your gratitude to something else or keep it the same. Placing it in the heart again, and on an inhale, sat, drawing it all the way up to the top of the head. And yam, let it float out to the universe to manifest. Doing it again on your own. And again, you can change to a different thing, a third mode of gratitude, or stick with the one. And then just taking your thumb and moistening the thumb with a drop of saliva and placing that right at the third eye point. Removing the thumb and imagining that light going in about 1.5 inches to the third eye. And we'll meditate and sit quietly in that space for 3 minutes. Soften the jaw, let the back teeth be separated. Let the tongue feel as if it's just floating in the mouth. Soften the roof of the mouth as if there was a clear passageway right to the third eye. Soften the cheeks. Soften the eyes. Let the lobes of the brain relax in the back of the skull. Now slowly bringing the palms ever so lightly together. Just rubbing the fingertips and separating the palms just an inch and feeling the heat between the palms. Separating a little bit more and feeling the radiance behind the heat. And separating a little bit more and feeling the magnetism, that puffy feeling that seems to draw your hands closer and then further apart, like a magnet. And then taking your palms and placing them over the eyes, lifting the chin and letting all of that heat and radiance and electricity just pour into and behind the eyes, just lighting up the cells of the brain. And then drag the hands down the front of the face and bring them around to the back of the neck, palm over palm, coming into our grounding portion. And then bring the palms around, palm over palm on the neck. And bringing them right down to the place where we heal. And our healing mantra is Ram, 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 Ramaya, Namaha. Ram, 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 Ramaya, Namaha. And then placing the hands at the heart center and again pressing. And then dragging them down to the solar plexus, to the navel. And then placing your thumbs right into the crease line between the hip and the thigh to also bring the energy down. And then rubbing the thighs front and back, front and back, front and back. We want to bring the energy down. We don't want to walk around in a meditative state. And then circling the knees and just kind of stamping the feet again to bring that energy down. And then placing the hands once again at the heart center, bowing the head all the way down to seal in this practice of gratitude. And then slowly raising the chin and bowing the head to the heart, to the only true teacher, to the teacher that lies within each and every one of us. Hari Om, Om Tat Sat, Namaste.